Hello, welcome to today's lesson. Today we have science for basic 3. So if you are in basic 3, today's lesson is for you. We have science. My name is Paul Williams Ofori Jr. Okay, so what are we looking at today? We are looking at strand 2, cycles, strand 2, cycles. The substrand is substrand what? 2. That's life cycles of what? Organisms. And then the indicator, observe the germination of maize and bean seed. Observe the germination of what? Maize and bean what? Seeds. Okay, so the topic for today is what? Germination of what? Seed. Germination of seed. All of you, germination of what? Seed. Very good. Now, in this lesson, we are going to see some key words, and we need to know how to pronounce them and then the meaning. The first word is what? Germinate. All of you, germinate. Again, germinate. The next is what? Seedling. Seedling. The next word is embryo or embryo. Again, embryo. Now, the next word is condition. Condition. We have this word. How do you pronounce this word? Temperature. 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 Okay, so here, germinate. What's the meaning of germinate? So if you put seed of maize in the soil, a time will come, you will not see the seed again, but you rather see plants coming out of the seed. We are saying that the seed is what? Germinating. So plants coming out of seed, we can describe it as what? Germination or germinate. Okay, seedling. Seedling too is a young plant that is coming out of what? Seeds. Young plants developing or growing from what? Seeds. Okay, embryo. Embryo is also part of a seed. So seed has different parts. One of the parts is called what? Embryo. Condition. All of you, condition. Condition could be a state of something. How something appears. How something looks like. The state of something can be described as what? Condition. Condition. The next is what? Temperature. Temperature is also about how hot or how cold substance is. How hot or how cold a substance what is. So today we are going to observe or look at how germination what occur. So we will look at maize and what? Beans what? Seed. How they are able to what? Germinate. So we are looking at germination of what? Seed. Okay. This lesson focuses on germination and the conditions that are necessary for a seed to germinate. What is germination? What is germination? Germination is the process by which young or baby plants grow from what? Seeds. The process where young or baby plants grows from where? Seeds. From seeds. From seeds. So if you see a young or baby plants growing or coming out of a seed, we are saying that germination is what? Taking place. Okay, so germination can also be defined as a process whereby a seed develops into a seedling. A seed develops into what? Seedling. A seed develops into what? A seedling. Okay, so that is another definition for what? Germination. So germination is about seed and what? A baby plant, young plant. So anytime you see baby plants or young plants coming out, developing from a seed, we say that germination is what? Taking place. Now let's look at these pictures. This is what? Seed. Now at this stage, the seed has something here like a root. Here too, the root is there, but we have leaves, meaning the seed is there, but there is something that is coming out of what? The seed. Here too, you see the root is going deeper, and then the upper part too is what? Also growing long or taller. Okay, so what we are seeing is that seed develops. Plants come out of seeds. So when plants are coming out of seed, we say the seed is what? Germination, germinating. And this is a process, the process of germination. So you see, from this stage to this stage to this stage, and then here. So a time will come, you will not even see the seed again. You see a full plant there, a full plant. Now here too, same thing is happening here. This is maize seed. Got to a point, look at it. We see leaves here. Now roots, leaves, roots, leaves. You don't even see the seed again. So you see the whole seed. At this stage, you will not see it again. So germination has taken place, meaning baby plants or young plant has come out of a seed, and it has gotten to a point that you cannot even see the seed again. Now a full plant is here. So this is how germination happens. It's a gradual process. So it develops from one stage to another stage, and it gets to a point that you will not even see the seed again. That is where germination ends. So you see a full plant growing. Okay, so that is germination for you. This is how seeds germinate. How seeds germinates. Now let's read this. Germination ends when the embryo develops and comes out of the seed coat. So the seed has different parts. The seed coat is the outer part. So when the embryo develops and comes out of the seed coat, it means the germination has ended. There are some plants that obtain their young or baby plants from seeds. Some examples are maize, beans, rice, mango, cocoa and orange. Sometimes seeds sown or planted do not sprout or germinate. This is because the right or the necessary conditions are not present. So what we are saying is that not all plants are able to give baby ones by or through the seed. Some plants, they use a stem, but those that use the seed, they undergo germination. And we are saying that maize, beans, rice, mango, cocoa, and orange are some of the plants that uses the seed to get a new or baby ones. Okay, and we are saying that before a seed can germinate, it needs some things. Some things need to be present. Some conditions are so important that they need to be there before germination can take place. So if the right or the necessary conditions are not present, you put the seed in the soil, it will not germinate. But if the right conditions are there, the seed will germinate. So why is it that sometimes in the farm, you go to the farm, you sow seeds, and then some will germinate, some will also not germinate. So we are going to look at conditions that are necessary for germination to take place. So we are looking at things that seeds need before they can germinate. If you put seed in the soil, there are some things that needs to be present in the soil before the seed can germinate. And what are these things? Do you know? Yes, what are some of the things that plants need before it can germinate? Okay, so let's look at them. Conditions seeds need before they can germinate. The necessary conditions seeds need before they can germinate or sprout are: 1. Viable seed. So it means that the seed should be good or healthy. If the seed is broken, if the seed has been attacked by weevils, there is no way it can germinate. Dead seed cannot germinate. So we are saying that the seed should be viable. Viable means that it should be of good It should be good or healthy. It should be good or healthy. It shouldn't have any defects. It shouldn't have any defects in it. So if the seed is not viable, it will not germinate. But a viable seed is one of the conditions that can ensure germination take place. Do you know that seed also need air? Yes. If there is no air, there is no way the seed will germinate. So seeds need air before they can also germinate. Human beings, we need air. Plants need air. Plants come from the seed. So the seed also needs Air. So seeds also need Air. Air is one of the conditions that needs to be present before seed can what? Germinate. The next one is that water or moisture. Without water, seed will not what? Germinate. So seeds can germinate or will germinate if you have what? Water. Yes, human beings, we need water. Plants also need water. The same thing applies to what? Seed. Seed also need what? Water. So the conditions we are talking about, seed itself, seed need air, it also need what? Water. Okay. The next one is that suitable temperature. Suitable what? Temperature. When the temperature is too high or too low, the seeds do not what? Germinate. So if you plant something, if you sow a seed and that area or in the soil, the temperature is too high, the soil is so hot that, if the temperature is too high, even the seed will die. So the temperature is very important. It shouldn't be too much. It shouldn't be too low too. So it should be an average temperature, an optimum temperature for the seed to what? A suitable one for the seed to germinate. So remember that we are talking about things that seeds need before they can germinate. We have mentioned of the seed itself. The seed should be a good one. It should be a healthy one. It shouldn't be a seed that has been attacked by weevils or pests or animals. It should be a good one. 2, seeds need air before it can germinate. 3, seeds need water before it can germinate. And the temperature too is very important. The temperature should be a suitable one for the seed to germinate. So if any of these conditions are not present, the seed will not sprout or germinate. Now let us see if the seeds can germinate in water without soil. Do you agree that a seed can germinate in water without soil? So we are saying that the things that we mentioned that seeds need before they can germinate, we didn't mention soil. So it means that even in the absence of soil, seeds can germinate. In the absence of soil, seeds can germinate. So the things that seeds need before they can germinate, soil is not one of them, but rather water, air, temperature, and the seed, good seed, viable seed. These 4 things are so key. They are important. They are the basic things that seeds need before they can germinate. And if any of them is outside or it's out, is absent, seed will not germinate. If you have air, you have water, suitable temperature, and the seeds are not viable, it will not germinate. If all these things are there and there is no air, it will not germinate. If you have air, you have viable seed, we have good temperature, and there is no water, it will not germinate. So these things, they should be constant. It should be available. So the presence of these things will cause the seed to germinate. Okay, so let's look at this activity. We are going to see if seeds can germinate without soil. So the focus of this activity is to determine if seeds can germinate in water without soil. Water and soil, which one does the seed need before it can germinate? Let's see. Materials that we need: 2 transparent or plastic containers, cotton, wool, beans seed, and maize seed. Okay, so how to go about it? Label the 2 containers A and B. Pack container A with cotton wool and push 1 seed of maize and bean into it through the side of the container, but make sure it doesn't touch the bottom. So this is container A, container B. We have our cotton wool that has been pushed inside. Okay. And then we have the seed. We are saying that the seed shouldn't come or it shouldn't touch the bottom of it. Okay. Now, the next one. Pour a little water to soak the cotton wool in container A and keep it wet all the time, but keep the cotton wool in container B dry. So this is container A and then this is B. This has cotton wool, this also has cotton wool, but we are saying that this one, let's soak it with water. Let's soak it with water. Make sure it is wet all the time. But container B, let's leave it let's leave it dry and see whether the seed over here will germinate. Meaning there is no water here, but there is water here. Here you are going to keep the cotton wool wet, and because of that the seed will get what? Water. Here the cotton wool, we are not going to pour any water on it. It's going to be dry like that. So let's continue and see. Leave the two setup to stand for 1 week at a safe place and observe what will happen. So after you have done everything, leave it for 1 week and let's see what will happen. So which of the two containers did the seed germinate? So container A and container B. After 1 week, which of them do you think the seeds will germinate? Now let's look at the conclusion. The seed in container A germinated because there was water in the cotton. This means that seeds need water before they can germinate. The seeds in container B did not germinate because there was no water in the cotton. And this also means that without water, seeds will not germinate. So from the activity, we can conclude that seeds need water to germinate, not soil. So this one, you see the container A, the seed is germinating, but here the seeds are not germinating. The reason is that here there was water, here there was no water. There is air here, alright. The seeds are also good. The temperature is also good, but because there was no water, the seeds did not germinate. Here, all the conditions were present. There was water, the seeds were viable, the temperature was good, there was air. So that is why this one is able to germinate. So wherever you go, if you are asked about germination, you should be able to tell what germination is. Young plant coming out of a seed. Now, before a young plant will come out of a seed, there are some things that are important. There are some things that are necessary. So we say the plant needs some necessary condition before it can germinate. We have mentioned about the seed itself. It should be a viable. Viable means that the seed should be healthy. It should be a good seed. 2, the seed need air. The seed need water, and then temperature. The temperature should be viable. It shouldn't be high temperature. It shouldn't be too low too. So it should be a suitable one. And if all these conditions are there, the seed will germinate. So we are coming to the end of the lesson. We are saying that germination is a process where seeds develop into seedlings. There are 4 main conditions necessary for seeds to germinate, and they are viable seed, air, water, and suitable temperature. If any of these conditions are not present, germination will not occur. So we are saying that these 4 things needs to be there before seeds can germinate. Now we have learned about germination. One day when you become a farmer and you are growing, you are sowing your seed, you should know these things, that the seed should be a viable one, there should be water, air, and the temperature. And these 4 things come together to help the seed to germinate. Okay, so let's look at the exercise. We have exercise 1 here. Underline the correct answer. We have 5 questions. Exercise 2, state whether these statements are true or false. We have exercise 3, you answer all of them, and then we have home assignments. Now let me read the home assignment and see how you answer it. Your father sowed maize seeds in your garden. You have a garden. Your father went there and then he sown maize seed. The seeds did not germinate after 3 weeks. Hey, after 3 weeks, after your father sown the seed, in 3 weeks time you went there and there was no germination. Explain the reasons why the seeds did not germinate. So what are the reasons why seeds do not germinate? Yes, so we have learned this. This is a practical question, but we have learned it. I hope you'll be able to answer it. Okay, so today we have talked about how germination occurs. Germination of seeds. We have seen what germination is. We know seedlings, we know embryo, we've seen condition temperature, we've seen the things that seeds need to germinate. So this brings us to the end of our lesson. I want you to take your time, read your textbook. Read your textbook. Read your Kokromoti science textbook. Read your Kokromoti science textbook. If you don't understand anything, feel free and then reach out to us. We will answer all your questions for you. My name is Paul Williams Ofori Jr.